Blessings, guys. 𝐴𝑁𝐺𝐸𝐿𝑂'�'𝑆. Welcome to my channel and my page. I welcome each one of you. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel, my page, and you can read about me down below in my description about myself. I'm a spiritual guide and intuitive reader, and my purpose is to give and bring some sort of guidances to the people who come to me. So if you found yourself on my channel, I believe that it may not be in vain. There might be a universal sign for you tonight in here in one of these videos, and feel free to go and explore other videos of mine about the different collective readings and find the one that suits you and your situation a lot. So now what we're going to do, of course, just like any other time, we're going to be doing the collective reading. And for this reason, I'm going to be using the 3 decks as usual, my favorite higher spirits question decks, which will help us to understand what question and on what inquiry just to focus on, and what is the most important subject that we have to be aware of currently in our situation. And I'm repeating, this is a collective reading, so it may not be suitable for every situation, but however, it's a collective reading, so you can find something relevant with you. Take it and analyze it. So the next card that I'm going to be using, of course, for the answers, I'm going to be using my favorite Enchanted Tarot deck, which is one of my favorite decks, and because of the big size of it, like as you can see, and beautiful images that have mystical, but at the same time very meaningful images on them that helps you to tune in with your subconscious. And the next and the last card that I'm going to be using for this reading is actually the deck of Lenormand, which is one of the European decks used for divination since the 17th, 18th centuries, as Madame Lenormand was the private and personal reader of Napoleon and Josephine Bonaparte in the history of France. So the Lenormand cards will be helping us to gain the details on the question that we're going to be looking into. So if you're ready, guys, now then let's go. Now I want you to concentrate on yourself. Close your eyes for a second. If needed, pause this video, and while I'm going to be shuffling and asking the higher spirits to give us the sign of the question. Okay, the question came out this one, like, will we separate? So of course this can be a subject for the relationships, for the relationship issues, but at the same time it can be a subject with a friendship or kind of like someone that you are kind of like, you know, close with. It can be even with your parents if you're trying to move out from your parents and you can decide to just basically start your own life and just further yourself away from your crowd, from your tribe. So this basically the source of the question is, will we separate? Like, will our path separate in different directions, and what should I do in this current situation? So now that we've got the question, let's go for the reading section. So now I want you to close your eyes and think about the person who's important to you. And it can be your family member, it can be your lover, it can be your ex-partner, or like the one who decided to come back into your life at some point and to reconcile with you, and you want to know if you're still going to be together or not, with your crush, if it's someone that you're dating. If needed, again, take a second and pause the video to concentrate. Take a deep breath, inhale and exhale. And once you feel connection with that person, we can start. So the first card I'm going to pick up is going to be the first message from the higher self, and also the thoughts of that person about you, the thoughts of that person about the situation related with separation. The second card will represent the second higher message from ourselves, and at the same time the emotional state of the person about the separation. What do they feel about the situation? And the last one will be actually our intentions cards of the person towards you, if they're really intended to actually to get separated with you, or if they're intended to stay and fight for this relationship, trying to improve it at some point. So this card also gives us the subconscious intentions and the subconscious motives of the person towards us and towards the situation of separation. And of course, I'm adding my favorite Lenormand deck, and I'm shuffling the Lenormand deck, and let's go. And again, the first Lenormand deck will be actually the detailed answer to the message number 1 from our higher self and about the thoughts of the person related to the separation. The second card of Lenormand will be the motives of the emotional state of the person regarding the subjects of separation, and the third card will be their intentions and subconscious actions or intentions that they're going to have about the situation. So let's go. So the first card that we see over here is the Strength. So the Strength actually stays quite far away from the subject of separation. Actually, this card tells about really strong bond between two people. This card tells us about the trust between two people. It may be a friendship, it may be a relationship, whatever it is, that the person actually is kind of trying to build up some sort of bridges towards you and with you. So this card is clearly telling us that there is more of a reliable and just secured emotions rather than the emotions of a separation or the desire for the separation. So the person does not really quite think about the separation. They might be going through some sort of maybe issues related to the trust because of their previous traumas and because of the previous situations, but they definitely don't seem to be thinking about the separation. So the Lenormand cards over here, the ring of the Lenormand deck actually confirms the first message. So the person does not definitely think about the separation. They're thinking about actually taking this relationship, taking the connection with you onto the next level to cooperate with you. And of course, in some ways, you can interpret the ring as a proposal or something. But in the Lenormand deck, the ring is just at the sign of a collaboration, and also it can be a part of proposal in the future, of course, at some point. But right now, it's like the person wants to know you better. The person wants to kind of see and to trust you and trust their instincts as well. They're interested in getting to know you better on the mental level. So let's go up to the next second card. So the second card is the second message from our higher self, and at the same time, the emotional state of the person that we're thinking about the subject of separation. And here we kind of have the card, the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is clearly saying that the person actually is kind of stuck and they just don't really know how to feel about this. If you are the one to initiate the separation, they kind of really feel in a stuck situation. They may not be understanding what's really going on, what was actually the initiative of it. But at the same time, it seems like when it comes to separation and their emotions, it's like they're not quite clear. Like it feels like they need some sort of sacrifice needs to be made by you or by this person in order to be able to actually take this step forward and make it happen. But they definitely feel quite in a stuck and maybe even shocked emotional state if again you are the initiator of the idea of separation. But if it's about them, they are again not thinking about this. They don't seem to be thinking about this because the Hangman says that basically no to the answer and says that they don't really have any emotional intentions or emotional desires of actually separating with you. And now we're going to be picking up the Lenormand card for confirmation, and here we have the clouds. So the clouds actually in this situation clearly tells us about the small problems that might be going on, or small inner conflict that might be going on inside of the person, but these problems are somehow not really letting him affect the situation or kind of like move forward in the direction of separation. It seems like there might be having some sort of uncertainty, maybe just express just emotionally experience some sort of negative emotions again if you are the one who's the initiator of the separation, or when it comes to them, they are actually quite afraid of it and they are feeling really a lot of negative energy about the idea and about the emotion of separation. So they don't seem to be actually wanting to separate with you, to be honest. The next card and the last card is the intentional card of the person towards you, and here we have the Lovers. Well, as we can see, the subconscious mind is one of the most important part of the reading, because the subconscious mind is actually telling us about our inner motives that we don't show anyone, that we don't show anybody, but we feel and we are confident and we're like kind of convinced about ourselves in our world, in our subconscious mind. So the Lovers card is saying that the person does think about the loving relationship with you, warmth, coming together and making this relationship somehow work, and they are not thinking about the separation with you. And the next card of the Lenormand is actually confirming this information, that it would be a key for them to open up your world, to open up like the new potential of this relationship and take it on to the next level. So as you can see, actually guys, tonight's reading is quite positive for all of you who are wondering if the person that you are kind of thinking about is intending to separate with you, or just intending to separate the path with you. Then the answer is actually no, and you can actually proceed with this relationship or proceed with this connection to take it on to that next level. I hope that tonight's reading was useful for you. Feel free to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you found this situation very relevant with you. And don't forget, once again, this is a collective reading, so take what's relevant and leave the rest, and analyze that relevant situation to be able to understand where your soul, where your intuition is taking you, and what is the answer for yourself. What were you able to actually to understand from the reading? What were the signs for you to be able to dive into the situation and see in a deeper level? Also, feel free to comment if you like this video and if you found this video relevant, and let me know what kind of content would you be looking for me to post for you. And also, you can follow my social media in my bio down below. Have a blessed night, guys, and see you soon.